I'll walk into the chiller and just like rip it off and like have like 2 minutes with like
2 minutes
mask
free,
on.
Mask free time.
Some people have smoker. You have breatho.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Football Friends podcast for another week. Welcome to New Zealand's fastest growing football themed podcast. I'm your host Gage. I'm joined by Paddy and Ash. Ash with the return.
The return of the Mac, baby.
Once again.
Yeah, it was tough. I was holding back tears last week trying to do this with
Remembering that we'd have to have you back the following week.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it was tough, man. I'm glad we're out of lockdown and we can get back into this.
We can hug each other again.
Yeah. It's good to see your face again. All right, well I guess we'll get stuck in then. You want to start with these international matches then?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and start with Italy's international break. They had a win, a draw, and another win. And that draw was with Switzerland, which took them to 36 games unbeaten, which sounds made up.
Well, especially when you add that there's a European, Euros in there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So so that second win, 37 games unbeaten, is now the longest standing and still continuing unbeaten run of international football ever.
Outrageous. Like,
amazing. What do you reckon then? You reckon they can maintain it for it's only another year till the World Cup, right?
well, they're just robots, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's only 1 year away and they've got the World Cup. Maybe they could just ride this wave and add a World Cup to the undefeated.
Why not?
Thing is about undefeated, like England were technically undefeated in the final.
Sure.
Like we didn't
Until they lost.
I get you, mate.
Yeah, but like undefeated.
It still counts as a draw.
Undefeated is after like after full time.
Yeah.
So it's a weird one.
Yeah.
So you can draw, but lose.
Wait, but are you saying that if you lose in extra time,
it counts as a loss?
Right. Okay. But if it goes to penalties, it doesn't. That's
yeah.
Right.
Because you didn't lose, even though you did, which is
that's weird.
Look, stats are rubbish.
Yeah, that's true.
Apart from this one's quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, Italy are robots. Mancini is, he's combining their youth and their experience perfectly. You know, all the things that we said about them during the Euros. Just you can continue to say them.
Yep, they got that right balance of veteran and youth, and some of those players are fearsome, man. Like, it's not a team you want to come up against.
It's not a team that I would like to come up against. Imagine that.
No, you still got PTSD.
Imagine your Saturday team. It's like, oh, go down to the park. Who are we playing? Italy. What? What do you mean?
Oh, they can play Brentford's B team. Do you know about this, Ash?
The Brentford B team.
Okay,
No.
Okay, this is weird. I only just discovered this the other day. Like, Brentford has no youth academy.
Okay.
They basically, because of some terrible like game laws in England, if you have a youth academy and your academy has a lower ranking, your players can be like stolen by bigger academies really easily for basically nothing.
Yeah.
So all of these really low tier teams that tried to invest in their academies ended up losing tons of money and they're not even getting the players for it.
Yeah.
So Brentford was like, screw that shit, and they just deleted their entire youth academy, and now they just have a B team made up of like random dudes.
Okay.
Random dudes.
Well, squad, I don't know.
So they just changed the name of the team.
So it's
and the structure of it. Okay, rebranded it.
Brentford B, and so they're not a part of any league. You know, they don't have an under-23s league. They're not an unders team. So they basically just find them 30 random friendlies a season to play as like a fixture list.
What?
Is that where Italy's unbeaten games have come from. They've
Yeah,
just been
they
playing
just keep playing Brentford's B team. Yeah, so I mean, sometimes they'll play like a friendly against Manchester City under.
If somebody's got a bye or something, they'll just jump in and
so
give
they'll
them a go.
organise some matches with English teams, but they'll play like, like the Panama national team, or
That's
like,
amazing.
like random teams like that, like throughout this for a season.
What the hell, eh?
I know, crazy. Yeah,
How
No,
good.
No, B.
Yeah.
Also, Brentford are called the Bees. So
Yeah.
the BBs.
Bees up.
Yeah, and so their entire strategy for staying in the league is dependent on buying players because they don't do any youth development. So
Yeah.
they can only do transfers and stuff. And basically they do like full data driven searching. So instead of paying scouts, they pay data analysts to find players on, attribute measurements. They basically get them to play Football Manager 2021 and find all the young beasts.
Yeah, okay. That's like, I guess it's why not? Obviously, it works because people aren't poaching your players.
Well,
So.
they just got promoted.
And if you're not paying a scout or
I mean, they just beat Arsenal. I mean,
so they're still in the championship.
Yeah. So,
Wait, was that Brentford Bees or
no,
Brentford's
yeah,
B
okay,
team?
you're right. Yeah, that was Brentford A, I suppose. Yeah.
The A's and B's. So what do they only have a club of say like 35 players or something?
Yeah,
and
I guess so. Yeah.
Their wage bill must be so low.
Well, they don't pay any youth staff. They don't pay youth coach. They don't have any youth coaches. They have regular coaches.
They have literally like 6 coaching staff.
And I imagine the entire B team just trains with the regular squad anyway. So.
You would have to, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, who's your squad training? You just play
Who's your
during the
squad?
week. You play against your own B side, so the whole club is on the pitch at once.
True.
Like you literally you go down to the park, have a public toilet as your dressing room, and just have the whole Brentford club there.
Yeah, but enough
And
about your weekend.
Somebody's mum is making club sandwiches for half time, and that's the catering.
Well, look, I wouldn't be surprised, man. It seems like Brentford are trying to save money any way they can. So they get someone's mum down there to make a few sandwiches.
Mrs. Tony down
Orange
there, with the
slices,
oranges,
Yeah. All right, yeah. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent. I didn't mean to derail this whole
So
thing.
that concludes the Italy/Brentford section of
Brentford Bees section. Yeah.
of that section. And next, I had my own boys, the England team.
Oh yes.
A couple of
I thought you were going to say your own B boys.
my own. So the England Bees,
the young lions. Yeah.
the young lions. That's right. This morning we played Poland and we drew. But before that we had 2 4-0 wins against Andorra and a more eventful one against Hungary, where there was some racisms and there were some cups thrown at everyone, but I think they were specifically aimed at Raheem Sterling after he scored a magnificent goal.
Yeah, he scored a goal so good that it made everyone racist.
He's been doing that for a while then, to be honest. He must have been scoring goals in Hungary since 1470.
Are you just saying he's hungry for goals?
Look, he must be, because he scored a lot of them. So yeah, there were cups. Such an odd. I suppose you'd have cups.
What do you mean odd?
It's the number one thing you'd find in somebody's hand at a
In a
football
stadium,
game.
yeah.
Having a beer.
Yeah.
Look, the idea of having cups thrown at footballers is just...
I'd rather have a cup thrown at me than a lighter. When you see people throwing lighters at people, it's like, damn mate, like you need that in the club later on when somebody's asking you for a light.
No,
like,
or like coins. I wouldn't
Yeah.
get hit by a
Oh
coin.
no.
yeah,
Hell
they
no.
get paid enough. Like,
Yeah.
keep your own money, mate. I don't want your peasant $2 coin. Keep it.
I don't know about that, because I seem to remember, and this is another tangent, so you're welcome, Luis Suarez in a Merseyside derby having a coin thrown at him at Goodison, and he puts it in his shin guard.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say he put it in his mouth.
He bites it.
He's just biting it.
I suppose while we're on the topic, we want to talk about the best one though. It's, Danny Alves, the gold demon himself.
The coal goblin.
Yeah. So, some lovely gentleman from the audience throws a banana at him. And so, just picks it up and eats it.
Yeah, I mean...
The potassium, mate.
So
you got to get going.
Danny Alves has superior potassium.
Dude, I bet after that too, he played a real solid second half.
Yeah. No cramp, hey, he's just running.
Yeah, I love the idea of the post-match interview. So what do you think of the incident, Mr. Alves? It's like,
Delicious.
this is... Yeah. It was delicious. I was running on empty there for the last 15 minutes, but that supporter really perked me up.
Full credit to the fans.
Yeah, full credit.
Thanks for the pick me up.
He really perky nutted me up.
I guess
no one's going to get that joke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, but no one's listening.
True.
I guess we can't condone it as much as we've made jokes about it.
Of course.
But how many times does it have to happen in the football arena for something actually to happen about it? Obviously, banning fans and that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, they need to come up with a better strategy to get rid of these so-called people that just have no idea in social etiquette at all. So
yeah. Well, the way I always think about it, right, is it. A lot of the time they're just trying to say the thing that's going to hurt you the most.
Yeah.
It doesn't even necessarily mean they feel a certain way or whatever. They just want to hurt you.
It's jealousy and clickbait almost, eh?
And tribalism, man. Like, you want your team to win.
Yeah.
So that means... and
put everyone off as much as you can. Yeah.
And we're talking about Eastern Europe here, man.
They don't give a fuck, eh?
They don't care about our rules. They're like, no, man, I'll just do what it takes to help my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it takes throwing a cup at Raheem Sterling, then I'll do it.
But the one thing that I would like to see them try doing is telling countries that if you're going to keep doing this, we're not going to host any tournaments there. We're not going to.
Yeah, you get kicked out.
Yeah.
You get kicked out of qualifying.
Won't be invited.
Yeah.
Just first one, docked 3 points in the qualifying group.
Yep.
Second one, docked 6, and third one, it's like, cool, you're not in the next qualifying tournament. You're not going to be in.
Yeah. But
and those who are actual fans of the game and, like you say, are doing things to put others off, they will stop that. As soon as they know that the 3 points is on the line, they won't do that.
Well,
you'll be left with the scum of the earth that will continue to do it.
Yeah.
The other ones you should be locking up and throwing away. So
that does that not leave you open to, say, me dressing up in a Poland shirt and going to the next qualifier and swearing at Tyrone Mings?
Yeah, see, then that's the problem, isn't it? How do you police it properly? You'd have to be investigating every Joe blog you can find.
Yeah. That man does not have nearly enough consonants in his name. He cannot be Polish.
It's a great way to define if you're Polish or not.
That's a really good point. Like, it is a really, really hard thing to enforce, I suppose, because there's tens of thousands of people in a stadium at one time, all screaming, and trying to find the exact people can be difficult. But I don't know, it just kind of sucks, eh? Yeah.
So, of course we don't want to see it. We will continue to see it. But the positive that, other than the 3 points, the positive that can be taken out of it is a lovely photo of Jack Grealish drinking from one of these cups, and Maguire and Stones sort of behind him, looking over their shoulders back at the hungry fans, almost as if to say, like, we're the hard older brothers looking after our shit-stirring younger brother who's just trying to wind up these mad Hungarians. So I enjoyed that.
Yep. No, I didn't see the game, to be fair. But I saw a few highlights and they look good in those first two games. And I say a draw in the second
against
one.
Poland.
Yeah, not a bad result. Poland's a good team, so
in Poland,
it's
fine.
Yeah, and it's a draw, so you'd say those are the top two teams.
Yeah.
So
We didn't lose, so our unbeaten run carries on, and we're going to play Brentford Bees next week.
it'll lose.
It'll lose.
You gotta watch out, man.
That's the new rule. If your team and your supporters are done for racism, you are automatically replaced by Brentford Bees. Brentford Bees are in the World Cup.
You've got to play Brentford Bees.
Maybe the Hungarian fans just need to realise that they should love black people and get some of them in their team, and then they might actually win a match. This seems to be working pretty well for some of the other teams. How could you not like them? That's all I'm saying.
Well, on that strange comment, let's go to a team with lots of black people in them. Guinea didn't play this window because their country was overtaken by a military coup.
Wow!
And what a tangent. And Naby Keita has thankfully, amongst the other footballers, been returned home safely. Thank fuck.
Why he doesn't play?
Well, he did nearly get injured by
a stray bullet.
By a stray bullet.
A Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't play, so
a communist thought.
Oh man, that's fair enough. I suppose that's a good excuse for who won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't really watch much international match too, but I know the Netherlands have been playing quite well. We had Memphis Depay hat-trick.
Well, let's touch on the Dutch a little bit.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Memphis. The Dutch played Turkey this morning.
Yeah.
And won 6-1, and it took them about 46 seconds to score.
I like that.
Which we like.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that they seem to be doing quite well, at least in this gap, because this is obviously the first time that it's Louis Van Gaal back in the reins. Right?
Amazing. Yeah.
And when he rejoined, there was a lot of people unhappy about that. Like half of the squad was protested, didn't want to play under him. Like Van Dijk led the charge, anti Van Gaal.
Amazing.
Yeah, but in the end it led to nothing, and then now they're scoring some goals and
sexy football.
It was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's 6 months. Don't worry about it.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and we had Memphis's. We always like to see it. The penalty was a beautifully taken Panenka.
Oh, great! Oh, see, I was. It doesn't surprise me he does something like high confidence like that, because I couldn't help but think that maybe he might go up another level, because he's just kind of gotten that recognition that he's
he thinks he deserves.
Well,
he's the new Messi in his mind.
Exactly. Yeah.
In his mind only.
He's like, I've come in here to replace Messi.
I am Messi. Look at me. Look at me. I am Messi. No one else thinks that. No wonder Griezmann left. He also thought that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but that's just what I'm thinking. Maybe he's going to have this new instilled confidence, and maybe it could be good for
new
the Dutch.
Overgrown confidence.
But yeah, that could be an asset though. Something I want to capitalise on, because the Dutch haven't fired as hot as I would like in recent times, and
they seem to be one of those national teams that go up, down, very
frequently.
You would almost say a lot like the French do it too. They'll be fantastic for 1 or 2 years, and then there'll be a falling out, or there'll be something beyond football that goes wrong, and the whole team suffers, and then it takes them another 2 years to rebuild that self-confidence. And it seems to be a lot of international teams do have that same sort of mindset and atmosphere around their squad. So maybe having a old coach like Van Gaal, who's been there and coached them before, they know who he is. They could get behind him quickly.
He knows everything as well. Yeah, he's Louis Van
Gaal. He's a world class coach.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I guess so.
He is a world class coach.
Yeah.
So
well, thereabouts. But I mean, I suppose I shouldn't say be too negative, because when you think about it, Italy, where Italy is now, I mean, it wasn't that long ago when they failed to qualify for
Yeah.
major tournaments.
Yeah.
So
Again, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they oscillate between amazing and
Dreadful.
drop dead shit.
Yeah.
Like 2010, they finished below New Zealand in the World Cup group.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, we fail to remember that sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
While we're on Van Gaal, he was asked an amazingly bad question in his press conference and responded amazingly.
Do tell.
So he started with 5-3-2 and was accosted by a journalist who told him, you know, you want to play defensively, you want to play like Chelsea, and he responded with great gusto, as the man tends to do. And this is an abridged version of the quote. It's like, you have zero knowledge about football. You are a journalist who wants to share his vision, but you don't have a football vision. With 5-3-2, you can attack very well, and Tuchel has shown this. So hats off to him.
Amazing.
I would do it in the Dutch accent, but I would laugh too hard, and I wouldn't be able to get up again.
And we'd have to throw coins at you.
You know.
Do you think if he had written it down as like a 3-5-2, they might have been a bit more positive?
Yeah. What if he'd just written like 3-3-4? It's like, is that okay?
You could just completely lie. You'd be like, what are you talking about? It's a 4-3-3, and just occasionally we change shape. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's it. There is no formation anymore, is there?
Not really.
Like,
Well, yeah.
you know,
yeah.
everyone can play every formation at the click of a finger. It takes the matter of 2 or 3 players dropping or moving wide or tucking in or stepping out or whatever to change a formation.
Yeah.
You're a professional footballer these days. You should be able to play 2 or 3 positions. You can still kick a ball no matter where you are on the pitch.
That's right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so I know we're on international football, and this has been a show of tangents, but imagine a United team in a 4-2-3-1, where the 2 are Fred and McTominay, and the 3-1 is Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Sancho, and Ronaldo. Does that sound defensive to you?
It sounds like I want to come right now.
Okay, so that's a no. Doesn't sound defensive at all. But 4-2-3-1 on paper, a little bit defensive. You know, this defensive. You could say that. It's pragmatic.
Yeah.
But
I guess so.
But you put those names in, and the manager behind them. It's not defensive. Neither is Chelsea's, and neither is. You know, they won 6-1. The Dutch.
What a kick in the teeth for the journalist is that match. They go out and 6-1. And it's just sitting there going, "Oh, well, I quit my job, don't I?"
And he's just been thinking like, "Oh, you know, it would have been 10-5.
Yeah,
that would have been a cooler game."
He's leaning very hard on that one, isn't he?
Yeah. But they got through your 5. Like,
yeah, but 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any other internationals?
Yeah, just
Germany's thrashing 4-0 in the last game.
yeah.
Werner scored for the first time in his whole career.
Oh my god.
He also had a horrendous miss.
Oh yeah, but that's every game.
No way.
I didn't see the game, but
no. I saw the team sheet and I was like, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well,
other than that, I don't think there was too much.
That's kind of funny with Germany, isn't it? Like they get 4-0, but it's funny. Every time I look at Germany, they're either winning 4-0 or losing to someone really shit.
Yeah.
You know, they just can't.
Well, new manager now too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, who's the new manager?
Flick.
Yeah, Hansi Flick.
Oh, very good. Okay.
So.
Yeah, so they'll get that new
era, but same team.
New manager bounce for a little bit.
Right. Oh,
Let's see.
Oh, okay. So interesting.
Yeah, so I'm sure Germany will win the next World Cup.
Yeah, I mean Bayern B will win the
Bayern B.
Bayern B will win the next World Cup.
Yeah, can we have Brentford B just play for England?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. Brentford Bees. Love it.
All right, which brings us on to our probably our last one of the international break, of which there was seemingly no football. Just the all of the things that happened were not footballing, which has led us to Argentina, Brazil. So, the Premier League representatives of the Argentine national team. That's Buendia, Martinez, Lo Celso, and Cristiano Romero. Sorry, Cristiano Romero, making up a new man. Private jet flew into Brazil for the qualifier against Brazil. Anyone who lives in the UK must state that they have been in the UK. These four gentlemen did not. Either did not, or were not asked, or the story gets muddled.
Was not documented. Yeah.
Either way, look, you can't convince me that there are people in Brazil who don't like football. You can't convince me that there's a customs officer at Sao Paulo airport who doesn't go like, mate, is that Emiliano Martinez? Are they Premier League? Those four like ripped looking young men.
Yeah, there's just some massive Villa fan in Argentina.
Yeah. Are they the guys that ruined our Copa America?
Yeah.
Like, is that them? Like,
well, but I'd be saying that someone did have that experience because that's how we know about it, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, yes. And the story. So this was 3 days ago. So it's 72 hours before the kickoff, which was this morning, New Zealand time. The game gets 9 minutes. So the players were meant to isolate, but some players had exemptions for some reason, because they're footballers and they get privileges because lol.
Yeah.
So the game starts, and it gets all of 9 minutes in, and the pitch is invaded by Brazilian federal police and their equivalent of the Ministry of Health, and they want to instantly deport those four guys for effectively lying on their customs.
Yeah, and breaching the COVID rules, I guess.
And breaching COVID rules.
So just storm on, and the game, interrupts again midway through.
The police are on the pitch. Is the breakdown of
amazing.
This one, which is amazing, or probably the wrong way, in a better way than giddy. Let's face it. Look, I wish I had more time to even read about this, because every additional sentence that I read about it, it gets more fucked.
The story is just still unfolding, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But so I guess maybe they why did they take the private jet? Was that like?
I think it's just because they were the four leaving from England.
So it's just all travel together at the same time.
Yeah.
But you think that would be all organised and stuff, right? Before anything happens.
I would think that. But this is the Argentina Football Association.
Right.
From what I understand, is the clubs, I know from the Tottenham point of view, that the club is looking at fining the Tottenham players.
Okay.
Because they didn't go about things in the right way, and that they are possibly coming back and are going to have to isolate for another 2 weeks. So, they could be, if they haven't done the things the right way, they're missing 2 weeks of football. So, from Tottenham's point of view, they're going to find those two players and learn your lesson for doing the right things at the right time, and go through the protocols, because...
Well, I don't know. It's hard to know what happened. Like, I mean, it could be the case that they were just told, like, yeah, it's all sorted. Don't worry, just get on this
Yeah,
plane and
just-
it'll be fine.
Just get here and we'll sort it out later.
Yeah,
So,
I wouldn't
It's
be surprised.
it's totally possible that the players themselves are not really to blame, and the Football Association is to blame, or it's totally possible that they're all lying and the players lied first, and then the association wants to lie to cover that up, and then God, it's a total shit show. Not unlike what the Brazilian FA are trying to do at the moment. That's not a shit show either.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that's kind of the consequence from this then, right? Is it seems like, you know, what you're saying is these Argentina dudes are going to have to isolate 2 weeks or something, and then all Brazilian players are, was it 5 days?
5 days from when they arrive back.
Yeah.
Which is a rule. They can basically ask FIFA effectively to back them up.
Yeah.
So it's Alisson and Fabinho and Firmino. Firmino's injured, but he's still part of that. Rafinha for Leeds, Edison and Jesus,
Thiago Silva
and Fred. So breathe a sigh of relief there.
Yeah.
So he won't be available for the Champions League game either.
Oh man, what a tragedy.
But of course, you know, there's a name missing, Richarlison of Everton. But what's happened? I hear you ask. Now Everton have a really good relationship with the Brazilian FA, and they're just allowed to play him.
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't understand. I'm so confused.
It's all those coins they collected over the years from fans, and they're just paying off the Brazilian FA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
That's
for the 10-cent coins.
That's probably the only way Danny Alves would have got paid for playing in the Olympics.
What? Everton fans have been throwing coins to Brazil.
Yeah, so they get some exemption because Richarlison played the game. Played, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's in the same match that got called off, and then so he gets exempt just for no reason. What the fuck?
Look, football and footballing bodies are corrupt things.
Yeah.
And it's this whole thing is about to basically unwind and explode, if that is even a phrase.
And every Brazilian player wants to sign for Everton now.
Imagine that.
Brazil B.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So some little things that I did find out. So Edison can't play for City. They play Leicester this weekend. Tough game. Edison can't play. Their backup goalkeeper, Zach Steffen, COVID.
Oh shit.
Their third goalkeeper, Scott Carson.
Oh,
37.
Put Kyle Walker in goal.
Put Kyle Walker in goal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate.
I agree.
Legion.
What, he was meant to be England's third choice goalkeeper at the Euros or something?
Wasn't
that well? That was one of Southgate's great plans. Is Kyle Walker can play in goal? Yeah, like he had him down as a choice for goalkeeper, so they could have another spot in the
right
squad.
back / centre back / goalkeeper.
Yeah, slash striker.
Yeah, he's not even gone as a right back.
Yeah. Oh, that's messed up.
Well, yeah, fantasy tip there, I guess.
What? No, don't pick a Brazilian.
Yeah. Don't pick a Brazilian.
Well, just Richarlison.
Yeah.
Everyone pick Richarlison.
Everyone pick Richarlison.
Do you reckon it's because he's brought a whole bunch of cocaine back, so they need him to get through the borders?
They need one guy specifically to shift it.
He's the mule.
Yeah. Well,
does look a bit like a mule.
It's even funnier because like Richarlison's literally in the same city as three other players.
The only like defense I have for this is Everton play on Monday and some of these play on Saturday and Sunday. That's the only like.
But I would still be within the 5 days,
yes.
right? Yeah. So
well, yeah.
What the hell? Yeah.
That's the only defense that I can make for it.
Ridiculous.
But then 5 days is such a weird time frame as well.
I don't know. I think it's meant to be a rest period, basically. But
Okay.
I get it, but
I suppose it's like a punishment. They're trying to punish the clubs or something.
What, for letting them go play for their country?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I suppose it's probably also with COVID in mind a little bit, so they can say, okay, we need these players to give a negative test.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2. After that, who knows?
Yeah.
True.
Well, yeah, if anything develops in that 5 days, you'll catch it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, that's a bit shit, eh? That's a bit unfair.
So,
But
nonsense absolutely dripping from the walls in South America. What's new?
yeah. Oh, yeah, because it was the same with Cavani. I heard he had some issues too. He went and played for Uruguay, and now they're saying that he has to quarantine for 2 weeks or something.
Got a coin stuck in his chin.
Yeah. He got a coin thrown at him while playing against the Brentford Bees.
On that Brazil pitch invasion, do you reckon there's just Constable Allen is like running on with a football and just smashing it into the net and just like mad dogging it, just
Constable
getting
Allen.
in? Yeah. Well,
How
I
many-
couldn't think of a better Brazilian name than Allen.
I was gonna ask how
they
many,
don't have 2 names.
I was
so
gonna
just
ask
Allen.
how many Brazilians do you know called Allen, but there's literally
There's one
one
at
at Everton. There's your link.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's just some 40-year-old dude.
Oh, damn! Someone should meme that. Someone should meme it like, all the Brazilian players can't play
Unless you play for.
except for Alan because he wasn't selected.
Yeah.
If you play for Everton
That's
and you're
fine,
Brazilian,
because
you can
won't be
play.
selected.
Well, that's actually a good question. Why would you pick Richarlison?
No.
He's good.
What are you talking about? Richarlison's good.
He's good.
In a front 3
I mean, he's
for
in
Brazil.
It's a 25-man squad. He's in there.
Yeah. You don't have Gabriel. Gabriel Jesus just doesn't want to play striker anymore.
Oh, see,
he's like,
yeah,
I'm done. I'm right wing now.
Well, he's got to be City's first choice now, doesn't he?
First choice right wing.
First choice right winger. See, City, Gabriel Jesus is amazing. How are you a backup striker at a team without a striker?
That's why they bought him, though, wasn't it? They originally bought him as their future number 9.
Yeah. He was supposed to be like Wonder Kid, like the next Neymar, basically.
Yeah,
Like,
he was meant to take
he's
over from
pretty good.
Aguero. Like,
was
he
sort of
is
a-
not a bad striker.
He's just sort of average.
Like, he's a better player than Fred. Okay. I know they're not the same position, but he's a better footballer than Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but anyway.
Um,
Before we get on
Sweet.
to rant on
So-
who's shit and who's not.
so,
Fuck Everton then. I hope they lose.
No, all props to Everton. Let's go. Let's go home.
no, yeah,
I suppose it's not their fault.
Richarlison own goal.
Oh, that'd be.
So everyone just gets let off if you play for Everton. Is that what we're going with?
Well, yeah.
Well, good news for Iceland then.
Oh, spicy. So anyway,
Let's keep that in.
yeah. Well, while we're on the subject, then I suppose that's a good segue into talking about upcoming match week for the Premier League. Then
Can I finish you?
You
with-
can finish me.
I'll
Go
finish
ahead,
you
go
with.
ahead.
I'm sure it'll lead in nicely. Cristiano Ronaldo. Are you aware of him?
I believe so.
Yeah. So he's broken his own record. He now holds quite a number of records, but he's the holder of the highest international goal scorer of all time. After against Republic of Ireland. They were 0-0, and then he had a penalty saved. Great save.
Yeah.
And then scored 2 goals, I think, in the 89th and 95th minute or something like that. The man's ridiculous. So
he was determined to break that record.
So I wanted to glaze over that really quickly and get to these. So these were the following records in 2014, 7 years ago. All-time top goal scorer, all goals. Pele, 765. Real Madrid, Raul with 323. Internationals, Ali Daei of Iran, 109. Champions League, Raul, 71. The Euros, Michel Platini with 9. And the Club World Cup, Michel Delgado with 5. Now, it reads Cristiano Ronaldo, all competitions, 785. Real Madrid, 450.
What?
Champions League, 134. Internationals, 111. European Championship, so the Euros, 14. Club World Cup, 7. Ronaldo, 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 Ronaldo.
Amazing.
Ridiculous.
And it's funny because he actually took a few of those from
Raul.
from Raul as well. Right? That's why it's funny.
Raul at Raul.
Yeah. Well, his real name is Raul Gonzalez Blanco. Los Blanc. That's like being called David B and playing for Brentford.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What can I say? He's a god.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He has no problem with scoring.
No.
On and off the record. So.
On and off the record. Enough of your libelous comments, Ash.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. Okay. And you're right. That does lead in nicely because I'm very much hoping that he will make his debut in this weekend.
In Nevada.
When we play Newcastle.
Yeah. Well, Portugal haven't banned their players from playing, so.
True. Yeah.
So he'll almost certainly be appearing against Newcastle. Is it at home?
Yeah, it is at home.
Amazing.
But no, I'm not sure. I just saw something recent. An article came across me recently that said that he might not. That he might wait another game or something. I can't remember what.
Is that a regulation thing or?
No, I can't.
Just a team thing.
So
maybe,
I can't remember. There was some reason they say he might not have, but I'm hoping.
Greenwood's been playing pretty well up front.
Well, yeah, he's scored.
Seems harsh.
Scored in every game so far. So I mean, he's probably going to start on the right. Because Rashford's still out. He had shoulder surgery. He was putting it off. So he's out at the moment too. So I think it could even be like Jadon Sancho, Ronaldo, Greenwood or something.
Okay.
Because I heard it could also possibly be Jadon Sancho's first start.
Okay. So here's the question for you: Ronaldo's position at United, where should it be, or where will he play, and where should he play?
Okay, so from what I've heard, he has been signed as a striker.
The answer to both of those questions is striker.
I think so.
Okay.
Too. I think that's where he fits in best. Also because with this drama with Cavani now, there's even talk of Cavani just not even playing much this season at all. So that's Ronaldo's spot from what I understand. He's our number 9 now.
It's a bit harsh on Cavani. Like, he hasn't done a bad job for United, and he's just fallen.
Great job.
Cavani was amazing. He was 1-1 for us. Yeah,
and he's could we not play a 4? I say we. Could they not play a 4-4-2?
I mentioned this, but
it's okay.
No.
Well, Fred's injured, man. He's irreplaceable.
Fred's shit anyway.
He's irreplaceable, man.
Fred
so we'll just have to leave him out and put on another striker.
But Sancho, Greenwood, Pogba, Fernandes.
That's
not a lot of tracking back. Is
it's 4-4-2. Just you're going to have 4 guys that are just going to sit a bank of
4-0-6.
That's fine by me. That's what they do. They do that at the moment, except for they just leave Fred fucking floundering on halfway. You not see them in games, and they're all bombing forward, and Fred's just standing there with his hands on his hips, going, "Yeah, I'm playing in a good team."
Yeah.
Yeah. So the old United with the superstars they had didn't have a problem playing 4-4-2.
Yeah, football was different in 2006.
Look, I want to see it too. I want to see a match with Ronaldo and Cavani in a pair.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm sorry that is not happening. The
probably not.
the amount of
You wait till they play Arsenal, it'll be fine.
okay, fine.
They'll outrun them.
I want to see it against Arsenal,
Yeah. Fred will score.
but not Cavani or Ronaldo.
An own goal, all right.
Yeah, right. 4-1, a Fred Hall and an own goal.
Yeah. Well, no, honestly, if we're versing Arsenal, it'll be a Fred hat trick, to be honest.
Yeah,
Friedrich.
yeah, Frederick.
But yeah, Newcastle, that's our match. Better fucking win it. That's kind of what everyone's saying, right? Is now that we've added, since we've added Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, and Varane, no excuses, right?
Yeah.
Well, you've added winners, haven't you? You've already had Cavani there, who's a winner over his whole career. You've picked up Ronaldo and you've picked up Varane. Like they are your leaders in the whole squad. And then you add the Fernandes, Pogba. Like these are leaders in their group of players that.
Oh yeah. Oh, Pogba's a World Cup winner. You know?
Yeah, like so, you've got the mix of youth and the leadership.
What is it?
Mm.
Somehow Maguire is still your team captain, which is
Well,
outrageous.
I saw a great meme. Was it in 2016-17? Ronaldo was winning his 4th Ballon d'Or. Varane just won his 3rd Champions League or something. Sancho, I think
just born.
Sancho was like the
Debuting for Dortmund.
yeah playing for Dortmund, and being like one of the best
Mad dog.
foreign players in the Bundesliga. Harry Maguire got relegated with Hull, and now all of them call him captain.
I don't like. He might be a good leader on the field, but I just don't.
What are you about to say?
Go on, just say it.
I wouldn't give him the captaincy. I just
It's because it has to be an English guy, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because his head's so big, they think there's plenty of brain power in there.
Yeah,
But
they can't put the armband around his head.
Yeah.
No, really, they can't put the armband around his head.
No, I kind of understand. I think it should be Bruno, but
I would have said Bruno.
But
Thing is, for me, and maybe that's just the way I think about it, because everyone that you two obviously think about it differently. It should be the captain of Liverpool should be a Scouser if you can, and an Englishman if you can,
as homegrown as possible.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Well,
why I think it is
the person that knows the club best, I guess, is
Yeah.
what that embodies the club the most.
Yeah.
In that view, then ours should be Harry Kane, but it's
still Lloris.
Lloris.
Yeah.
First choice captain is Lloris.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different because Lloris is just
Well,
the
he's
most experienced player.
a long-standing player. He's also the captain of France.
Yeah.
It's not like he's not a leader in his own right.
Yeah.
And fair enough. People disagree with me. Other clubs do.
Some
stuff.
people don't like the goalkeeper as captain either.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
I suppose it's just nice when you have the like captain talking to the ref and stuff like that up in those kind of scenarios.
Yeah, so it kind of helps to be a defender or a midfielder maybe.
Yeah.
But hell, who knows?
Yeah.
So anyway, you want to win.
Of course, yes. Oh, well, that's the thing. Now I feel like it's not just me that should be expecting this. Everyone's going to be expecting it. Like, we have to win now. If we lose now, then I think Ollie will lose his job. Like, fast. They've given him everything, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well,
it's
I
actually
heard
put more
I heard the
pressure on
Arsenal
him.
job could be open soon, so
Yeah. I think he'd probably rather go back to Mulder.
I would too.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope we win that one. And then of course we have a midweek game as well. First Champions League game against some young boys.
Some young boys who happen to be called the Young Boys.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So young boys again. That's a good chance for
Fred to play.
Well, he can't. Devastated. No. Either way, we've got to win both these games. We have an easy group in the Champions League. We're lucky, even if we do have to play the team we lost the Europa League final to in our group. But
That's a funny one.
I know that's weird. But we got to win. We got to start the season off hard. We got to win every single game.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's very, very bold. It won't happen.
No excuses. That's the thing. No excuses.
Um,
We have Ronaldo.
And you have squad girth, so
Yeah.
there is literally no excuse.
No excuse.
I can't wait for the excuses.
Next week. Hot tip.
They won't be coming from me.
Fair enough.
They won't be coming from me. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Well, it's funny because all of the past excuses used to be all like, "Oh, the Glazers don't let us spend money." And have you seen our fucking transfers over the years? Oh my god. No excuses.
Yeah.
Fucking win, Ollie.
Yeah.
That's all. That's
there
all
it
I'm
is.
gonna say.
Do you want to go next?
Yeah, well, on the topic of young boys,
Your favourite topic.
Tottenham Hotspurs.
Because
Tottenham
you love
Hotspur
sports football,
is
right?
going up against Patrick Vieira's young boys in Crystal Palace.
Oh,
Paddy
of
V.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Another
Yeah.
great Paddy.
yeah, and they've added a few to their squad this season. So a lot of the old guard have gone out, and a very youthful looking Crystal Palace, which makes a very drastic change for them.
From Roy Hodgson.
Yeah. Well, I like
Yeah.
that guy, Ibericha Eze.
Oh,
Yeah,
Eze's
Well,
awesome, man.
I think he's injured for quite a
Yeah.
substantial amount
Oh,
of time. I think
but
he-
they have picked up the Celtic
Oh,
striker
Idawa.
Idawa.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. That's a
Okay.
good
Yeah.
move.
So
Okay.
I don't know the fee they paid for him,
Mm.
but I have heard it can raise quite drastically depending on how well they do this year. So
Alright, cool.
Right, so it'll stay where it is.
yeah, well, him and Benteke will share the workload up front, I guess.
No,
Share the 4 goals.
And Zaha,
And Zaha, yep.
Yeah.
So
who's,
who's still a Crystal Palace player,
yeah.
Yeah, how have they kept him?
and because no one wants him,
And because
he's probably missed his chance
Maybe.
to go.
no, it's also because of the transfer clause.
Does
Because
he have one?
we get 25% of the fee, no matter like whatever it is. So if they paid heaps from us, so like they have to be getting at least 25% more than what they paid to break even.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're just going to lose money.
Well,
if
I feel
they
like-
sell them.
Yeah,
So they
lose
might
him on a
as-
free and it's
and
fine.
then they can't get anyone better. So there's no point in selling him either.
I feel like something like that, United, like those sort of clauses, especially with like that, where it's if you sell them on, we get this much. It should diminish over time.
Yeah.
So
That's
say every 2 years, it halves
Yeah, sure.
because
Okay.
I see what you're
that
saying.
clause is there to stop. We'll buy him and then we'll sell him on for heaps because he'll be good again in big
Yeah.
fish, small pond,
the
syndrome or whatever.
Haaland clause.
Yeah,
if you
whatever that is. Yeah,
Yeah.
but considering he's been at Palace for a long time, and he hasn't done as well as he was meant to, I guess, or he's
Maybe.
been a top Premier League player for the time he has been at Palace. You don't doubt that, but he hasn't reached the heights people thought he might have.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
They
so.
can't all- yeah.
So I feel like it's a bit unfair for a big club like United to still demand that sort of clause on a smaller team. I know it's all
That's very
business and
Well-
they won't change their mind, but
Well, it's like I was saying about Brentford earlier, right? How these sort of policies and laws they have in the English football law and stuff seriously fuck smaller teams.
yeah,
Yeah.
And this is another example of it where, a big club can literally just strong arm a small club
yeah,
on any player. So like it kind of sucks. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of barriers in the way of small clubs to approach the big six clubs in England.
yeah.
Big
Yeah.
five.
Yeah, cool. So, who is it you're playing in the, what is it, Capital One
Oh.
Conference
Oh, I couldn't.
Eurobomb
I
League?
have not looked. Do
Do they-
not care.
Do they
Don't
do
even
they
know.
televise that league? Like, is it Is it like a registered match, or is it?
Do the countries?
No, I think
Do
we're
the
just
countries
playing,
where those leagues take place have televisions?
Yeah. Is it...
we are playing Brentford B. No, I don't know. All I know is we're playing Palace this weekend.
Okay.
Minus our Argentines at this stage.
Yeah.
So
So,
And then
yeah, and
someone in Europe.
and possibly Heung-min Song could be out.
Oh.
Yeah, picked up a calf problem, not an injury, a problem. Had a feeling in his calf and international duty, so
okay.
most likely he'll sit out,
Oh.
which is fine.
Well, you got Harry Kane back
Bergwijn
now, so.
Bergwijn will play in Son's place, and Kane will go up front.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, we were saying last time it was very good that you guys managed to keep a hold of Kane.
Yes, I don't know if the contract renewal is just rumour or if it was confirmed.
Oh, okay.
But it seems to be that he's given us one more year. Whatever's Levy's done, whether it's just hard no, you're not leaving, and we won't agree to anything. You are our player for the next 3 years, so be it. Might not be the happiest place, but Kane's a professional and he'll get on and do everything he can to secure a move next year, whether that's to any other Premier League team or if it's overseas, or he could be anyone's next year. There's a striker influx next season, so
Not like there wasn't one this season.
no, but yeah, there will be big moves next season for strikers.
There are journalists absolutely sitting on their hands right now waiting to type Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to wait another year. So,
Wow.
or 4 months. Who
Or
knows?
Haaland, Citizen
Yeah.
Haaland.
You can't make that into a pun.
Well, like, yeah.
All right. So, I suppose I'll take over with Liverpool's next game, which is Leeds United, who are another one to suffer the Brazilian ban, let's call it.
Yeah.
Rafinha with a PH.
Yeah. PH Rafinha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Not allowed.
Dr. Rafinha.
No, not Rafinha with a PhD.
Oh. He's got the PH, I've got the D.
I haven't seen it, but it's probably pretty big.
I don't want to talk about any of this anymore. So we're missing our keeper, which is a rough one.
Well, and it's Adrian.
Either Adrian or probably
Callahan.
Quivine Callahan will play.
Yeah. Well, because I actually heard that, Adrian has actually fallen down the pecking order in that sense.
It's looking like, well, he had a couple of notable errors.
He had a burnt Leno.
Yeah. Oh, he wasn't quite that bad. He wasn't quite that bad, was he? And Kelleher impressed, and it looks like we're looking at developing him rather than sticking with Adrian. So fair enough. We'll also be missing Fabinho, which is tough.
Yeah, it really sucks.
And Firmino's injured anyway.
I suppose it would be. Oh, would this would probably be the first time Fabinho would be back to his regular position too, right? Because
What, the bench?
no, but did he actually end up making it back to central defensive midfielder last season? Or?
I think for like the last few games, yes, because we finished playing with two 17-year-olds. We played with Williams and Phillips.
Oh, both. Yeah.
And Fabinho played DN.
Right. Okay.
So, no, Fabinho is back to his normal position, but he won't be able to play. So Henderson will go in there.
Yeah. That's not so bad.
I'd probably like to see Milner in there.
Henderson, Milner, Thiago.
Yeah, maybe Thiago.
There's still a Voxlide.
We do have Ox.
yeah.
I'd like to see Keita in there, assuming he's
Dodged a bullet.
yeah, literally dodged a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And Jota, Mane, Salah, fine.
Question for you on your midfield.
Yeah.
I know he played there for England. Alexander Arnold.
Yeah, I asked him this the other day.
He's a gun everywhere he plays.
Okay.
And
Would he be more or less effective in? I assume he would play a attacking midfielder rather than a holding midfielder.
He's all things to all men. In the youth academy, he was a right winger.
Yeah, yeah. But I just want to know, would you play him? This is a chance when you have a few midfielders out. You could play Milner Henderson as your holding two, and you could give somebody like him a bit of freedom to play in a different role compared to what he's used to. Or
look, he's by far
Just
our
try.
best right back. Our second best right back is I don't even James Milner.
now that's somebody that's in.
No, I think it's Nico Williams, and I think he's gone on loan. So
yeah, okay.
I legitimately don't know who.
So yeah, unless it strengthens your team in the back by moving them up, then there's no point. I see that. Yeah,
well, it's not like with I think maybe it's because England has so many right backs.
Yeah.
If Trent can move into a midfield position, that's awesome because then you can have Kyle Walker, Reece James, and maybe Wan-Bissaka will actually get picked.
Trippier.
Yeah, Trippier. Well, maybe he won't.
We started against Andorra with 3 right backs on the pitch.
Yeah. So
Reece James, Trippier at left back, Alexander-Arnold in the midfield.
there's just an abundance of right backs for England. So
it's a thing that Southgate will have to deal with rather than Klopp. So Liverpool only have 1 right back of that quality.
Yeah. Okay.
That's Trent's position. That's where he'll play in red. In white, who knows?
Yeah. But interesting. It's good to know that you always have that kind of option.
Yeah, just not everything's red and white, is it? So
no. Speaking of shitty puns, that is part of our Champions League group. Atletico Madrid, red and white. Another team in there is Porto, but our first game is at home at Anfield against AC Milan. So
Interesting.
The what do you want to call it? The Chelsea offcuts team.
Yeah.
And Ibrahimovic.
Is he fit?
I think so. He's
not
he's
fit?
always fit.
Oh.
He's turning 40 next month.
He'll score.
And we'll win 4-1.
That's fine. He'll
Look,
score.
I'll absolutely take a 4-1 win if Ibrahimovic scores a bicycle kick.
Yep.
Alright, there it is.
I'd love to see it.
And with that, Ibrahimovic fantasy captain. Cheers.
Yeah. Well, AC Milan's a good team. It's going to be a... Man, they've added a bunch of players too, so...
Lost a goalkeeper though.
True. I wonder... Do you know who they replaced him with?
No.
Oh.
Do I know?
Oh,
No.
bad tangent there.
No.
Please, someone else talk now.
No, I do not know. They seem to have added a whole bunch of...
Adrian.
No, actually, for some reason in the back of my mind, I think they signed that guy from Lille, Mike Magnan.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Actually, that's correct.
Enter.
Yeah. Okay, I knew it was in this.
That's a really good replacement as well.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
player.
he just won the league, so. League winner for league winner.
Go and win a different
Oh
one.
no, league winner for league loser. So.
Lol.
There you go.
Trophy winner.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So I assume you guys want to win too, right?
Yeah, I think I'd look. Leeds is a tough one. Of the 3 of us, Liverpool probably have the toughest game, and Leeds are.
Well, surely 5-1.
Well, the thing is, last time, I'm thinking it might not have been the last time we played them, but we played them first game last season, and we won 4-3.
Oh.
I'm thinking that is roughly enough what will happen.
Yeah.
I don't think we had Alisson for that game either. So
No, you didn't. No.
So let's go for that. Liverpool 4-3.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else? Anything else you want to talk about before we call it a?
Call it a wrap.
Yeah, I realised that wasn't a real phrase halfway through saying it, so I tried to dive off the side and it just crash and burn.
Yeah. No, I think that's it.
Do you want to talk about? The only thing I wanted to talk about was the last of the transfers, and the main one was Chelsea captured Saul Niguez at the last minute.
Yep.
Very, very good signing. I understand it's a loan with a 30 mil option to buy as well. So even if he turns to shit, they don't even have to buy him. After all, like, what a deal! That's like an amazing transfer.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Who does he play in place of?
That's the issue.
Kovacic?
Well, that's the problem is
Kovacic.
they only play 2 midfielders.
Yeah.
And it's
You're not going to be...
Kante and Jorginho.
Yeah, then they were standouts last year.
And then Kovacic. And then you got to get through Kovacic. And so Saul is going to have to fight bloody hard for that position. It's a big challenge.
Well, yeah.
Like, their squad is stacked, eh? The Chelsea squad is
It's
stacked.
brilliant.
I think they have
The
one of
best.
the best squads.
Yeah.
Especially because now that they're so defensively organised. I mean, their defenders aren't particularly like standout, world beaters, but under Tuchel's system, they're flawless basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. A good system will make average players stand out.
Definitely.
And it will make amazing players world class.
Yeah, I'm worried about Chelsea now that they've got Lukaku as well, because he basically murdered Pablo Mari on the pitch. Like, I forgot to show you the video. He's like he literally falls over. It's like Lukaku just walks past him
Just
and
by
brushes his shoulder,
Just by virtue of Lukaku's existence.
and Pablo Mari just explodes, and he's just done. I swear to God, he may never play again.
Well, let's finish the show with the big Arsenal game this season, this weekend, the relegation 6-pointer with Norwich.
Yeah. So from last place
Versus 19th.
Arsenal is playing 0 points. Arsenal.
I'd like to point out that the worst official start after 4 games is Swindon Town. I forget what season, it might be 2007. After 4 games, 0 points, negative 12 goal difference. At the moment, Arsenal are 0 points, negative 9.
Ooh.
I don't think they'll get beat.
They won't get beat 3-0.
I don't think they'll get beat 3-0 at home by
But
Norwich.
how
Surely
A
not.
man can dream.
How good? How good? Is it now? Am I right in saying that Arsenal have spent the most in this transfer window as well? For the English clubs, sorry.
They spent a lot. That's for sure. Well,
yeah.
The thing I saw too was that they basically overpaid for everyone.
Yeah.
Because they just bought them, like, Ben White was 50 mil.
Yeah.
And I mean, I suppose that's the going rate for an English centre back.
A young English rising centre back.
Like, they were trying to say he's valued at like 20 mil. And I'm like, 50's probably about right. But
like it's what you pay.
Well, it's not his value. It's his value to the current club.
Brighton.
Yeah. And Brighton would happily put more on him because he was their best defender.
He's good.
So
he's really good for Brighton.
Yeah. And luckily, Brighton haven't missed him too much at this stage. At this stage.
Well, again, they're another team that has a good system. So
Minimal and just let's go play football and not lose.
Yeah. And then Arsenal also got they got Ødegaard, right, and they paid a lot for him.
Yeah.
Right? It was like 80 mil. Or something.
And there's a buyback on it as well.
I don't think it was that. I think it was 35 rising to 80. So it's 35 initial, and
it can rise to 80.
if he's good, which he won't be because
like,
he's playing for
Arsenal.
So what are you saying? Like, if they win the Champions League, they get like 50 mil. So basically, what you're saying is $35 million deal.
Yeah, they don't get 50 mil.
Yeah, and who else did they sign? They signed
Tomiyasu.
Oh yeah,
Tomiyasu in Bellerin out.
Yeah, to Betis. Yeah, so I haven't personally watched Tomiyasu play, but he's like a FIFA player. Like they love him on FIFA.
He's good on FIFA
and on Ultimate Team and stuff. So who knows? He could be good. It's promising. Seems like a decent player.
Well, he came out in an interview and said he's not really a right back or a centre back.
Well.
And in his words,
defensive midfielder
in his words, he said he is neither a right back or a centre back. Yet they've bought him to replace a right back.
Yeah,
that can't be true.
He believes that he is his best position as a holding midfielder.
Oh, okay.
Which, to be fair, Arsenal do need a holding midfielder.
Yeah.
Because everyone that they seem to put there is shit, except for Granit Xhaka, who's only
also shit.
Yeah, but
he's
shit.
How red cards work.
No, he's shit because everyone else is shit.
Yeah.
He's the only player that actually tries to affect the game.
No,
but he's not good at it.
But then he has to dive in and be like, no one else is going to tackle, so I'm going to show them how, and try and kill a man.
Well, there's actually one player you're forgetting, and to be fair, I forgot too. They actually still have Thomas Partey.
I didn't forget. I still think he's shit.
Oh, what?
I think
Yeah.
you're wrong because there ain't no party like a Thomas party.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a Vardy party.
Yeah.
He was crushing it when he's playing for Atletico Madrid, man.
Yeah,
So,
but now he's playing for Arsenal.
yeah, it's just get.
Odegaard was killing it when he was 15.
Well,
He did nothing at anywhere else.
yeah, that's interesting. See, what do you guys think about Odegaard? Like, he looks like he's got some moves, but
Again, he's a guy who, like, signing for Real Madrid at age 15 and then not really doing anything it's happened to a number of players, and their confidence has just been torn to shreds, and they just haven't had a career.
But I mean, he had last season when he was at
precisely. He was at Social Dads.
Yeah, and he was awesome.
Wasn't he out at Arsenal on loan?
Oh, the season before then. The
Oh,
season
okay.
before
Yeah.
he killed it at
Real
Real Social Dads, and then he got the loan to. He wanted to play for Real Madrid, and
They said
And
no.
they said no.
and it was still Zidane. It was Zidane, and Zidane was like no.
Yeah.
And so then he went on loan.
Okay. I think Odegaard's good, and he will improve Arsenal, but Arsenal will still finish ninth.
I think he could have suited another team a lot better, but
He's a young guy.
yeah, I feel like Arsenal is definitely the wrong move for him as a player in the way he would want to play. He's going to be the focal point in attack, so I guess that's a good thing, but I don't think they're going to get much attacking options, I guess, and there's no one really in front of him that is going to
Well,
be good enough, I guess.
it depends what Aubameyang wants to do. Right?
Well, again, he's done.
Well, no,
He's
see,
done.
from what I understand is like last season he had like his mum died or something,
Yeah.
and that's why he played terribly. It's because his mum had like cancer and she was like dying throughout the entire season, and yeah, it was like a horrific process or something. So probably messes up your game a bit, you know.
Yeah, that's understandable, but I just still don't rate. When I think about him, I think about a pacey forward, and I don't know if he's still got it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think there was really too much else to his game except for his pace.
I think he's a fabulous finisher, but you don't win Golden Boot. I know he tied, but you don't win Golden Boot without that being true.
He's their only hope. Well, no. That to be fair, I
Saka.
think Lacazette and Nicola Pepe did actually improve towards the end of last season.
Yeah.
And so
They could be a completely different team under a new coach next week. So
yeah, that's the only hope. They need it. If they ex Arteta, maybe they have a chance.
well, is Arteta their best midfielder in their squad? Genuine question.
I saw a meme this weekend that said Edison walks into Arsenal's midfield.
Amazing. What? Yeah. Oh, it's shambles, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
because
Can we do this every week?
just bag on Arsenal. I'm keen.
Yeah,
I'm
so
keen.
we need a Mourinho Mourinho watch.
Mourinho.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, did you see on the Mourinho watch? Did you see him eating pizza after the win?
yeah,
I love it. I love an after game pizza with a win.
there it
And he's
is.
sitting on a train eating a pizza.
There it is.
I love it.
There it is. There's Mourinho of the week.
Yeah. Next time on Mourinho watch.
And I don't think there's a better place to finish. I don't think there's you got to go out on a high. And I think for me,
Who doesn't love pizza?
who doesn't love a pizza in
Oh.
Rome?
Oh,
Right.
seriously? Because I feel like I could keep bagging on Arsenal for another 10 minutes.
I mean, I could do it for 5 hours, but I'll be tired.
That's right. We've got a full season.
Yeah, we're
True. I'm just gonna hope. I pray they keep playing Pablo Murray, so I'll always have something to laugh at.
again. It's Arsenal. You will always have something to laugh at.
Yeah. You know, every time they play Kolasinac.
just besides the guy is like retired, like he's another one that's just done. They haven't moved on their Deadwood, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
They should have
Right.
picked Patrick Vieira as their new coach.
Yeah.
he's moved on his Deadwood. Like
Okay.
he could have done the same at Arsenal. So, right.
Yeah. Well, I hope they're listening. All right. Well, we'll end it there. Yeah. Thanks for listening, dude. We'll see you. maybe
Dude,
maybe see you next time.
That one dude in
That
your
one
room.
dude, yeah,
Cheers,
yeah.
mate.
Cheers, Ennis. Cheers,
Yeah.
Ennis.
Yeah. Yeah. Like and subscribe, guys. You know, we're the fastest growing football-based New Zealand podcast. So
In
yeah.
the world.
Last week we went from 2 to 3.
Yeah. That's a 50% increase.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
No one else can boast that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
In this current climate, that's some great numbers
Great
Yeah.
for
GDP.
business
Amazing.
growth.
amazing. So yeah, like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to abuse us or I don't know, say something funny. That'd be great.
Yeah, we will promise we'll read all 3 comments
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all off.
from each other.
That's for sure. If anyone actually ever does comment, it'll 100% get read on the show. That's what I'll guarantee that.
Right. We're all off to eat pizza on a train.
All right, thanks guys. See ya.
Later, Bob. Cheers, guys. Oh, fuck. I gotta wash the dishes.